And it came to be in the 3rd year of Hosea son of Elah, sovereign of Israel, that Hezekiah son of Ahaz, sovereign of Yehudah, began to reign. He was 25 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 29 years in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Abi, daughter of Zechariah. And he did what was right in the eyes of Yahweh, according to all that his father David did. He took away the high places and broke the pillars and cut down the Asherah and broke in pieces the bronze serpent which Moses had made. For until those days the children of Israel burned incense to it and called it Nehushtan. He put his trust in Yahweh Elohim of Israel, and after him was none like him among all the sovereigns of Yehudah, nor who were before him. And he clung to Yahweh. He did not turn away from following him, but guarded his commands, which Yahweh had commanded Moses. And Yahweh was with him, wherever he went he acted wisely, and he rebelled against the sovereign of Ashur and did not serve him. He smote the Philistines as far as Azza and its borders, from Watchtower unto the walled city. And it came to be in the 4th year of sovereign Hezekiah, which was the 7th year of Hosea son of Elah, sovereign of Israel, that Shalmaneser sovereign of Ashur came up against Shomron and besieged it. And they captured it at the end of 3 years. In the 6th year of Hezekiah, that is the 9th year of Hosea, sovereign of Israel, Shomron was captured. And the sovereign of Ashur exiled Israel to Ashur, and placed them in Hala and Habor, the river of Gozan, and in the cities of the Medes. Because they did not obey the voice of Yahweh their Elohim, but transgressed his covenant, all that Moses the servant of Yahweh had commanded, and they did not obey nor do them. And in the 14th year of sovereign Hezekiah, Sanherib, sovereign of Ashur, came up against all the walled cities of Yehudah and captured them. And Hezekiah, sovereign of Yehudah, sent to the sovereign of Ashur at Lachish, saying, I have done wrong, turn away from me. I shall bear whatever you impose on me. And the sovereign of Ashur imposed upon Hezekiah, the sovereign of Yehudah, 300 talents of silver and 30 talents of gold. And Hezekiah gave him all the silver that was found in the house of Yahweh and in the treasuries of the sovereign's house. At that time Hezekiah cut off the doors of the hekel of Yahweh and the doorposts which Hezekiah, sovereign of Yehudah, had overlaid, and gave it to the sovereign of Ashur. And the sovereign of Ashur sent the Tartan and the Rabsaris and the Rabshak from Lachish with a great army against Jerusalem to sovereign Hezekiah. And they went up and came to Jerusalem. And when they had come up, they came and stood by the channel of the upper pool, which was on the highway to the launderer's field. And they called to the sovereign, and Eliakim son of Hilkiah, who was over the household, and Shebna the scribe, and Joah son of Asaph, the recorder, came out to them. And the Rabshak said to them, Please say to Hezekiah, Thus said the great sovereign, the sovereign of Ashur, What is this trust in which you have trusted? You have spoken of having counsel and strength for battle, but they are only words of the lips. And in whom do you trust, that you rebel against me? Now look, you have put your trust in the staff of this crushed reed, Mitzrayim, on which if a man leans, it shall go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh sovereign of Mitzrayim to all who trust in him. But when you say to me, We trust in Yahweh our Elohim, is it not he whose high places and whose altars Hezekiah has taken away and said to Yehudah and Jerusalem, Bow yourselves before this altar in Jerusalem? And now, I urge you, give a pledge to my master, the sovereign of Ashur. Then I give you 2,000 horses, if you are able to put riders on them. And how do you turn back the face of one commander of the least of my master's servants, and trust in Mitzrayim for chariots and horsemen? Have I now come up without Yahweh against this place to destroy it? Yahweh said to me, Go up against this land, and you shall destroy it. Then said Eliakim son of Hilkiah and Shebna and Joah to the Rabshak, Please speak to your servants in Aramaic, for we understand it. And do not speak to us in the language of Yehudah, in the ears of the people on the wall. And the Rabshak said to them, Has my master sent me to your master, and to you to speak these words, and not to the men sitting on the wall to eat their own dung and drink their own urine with you? And the Rabshak stood and called out with a loud voice in the language of Yehudah, and spoke, and said, Hear the word of the great sovereign, the sovereign of Ashur. Thus said the sovereign, Do not let Hizkiyahu deceive you, for he is unable to deliver you out of his hand. And do not let Hizkiyahu make you trust in Yahweh, saying, Yahweh shall certainly deliver us, and this city is not given into the hand of the sovereign of Ashur. Do not listen to Hizkiyahu, for thus said the sovereign of Ashur, Make peace with me by a present, and come out to me, and let each of you eat from his own vine, and each from his own fig tree, and each of you drink the waters of his own cistern, until I come. Then I shall take you away to a land like your own land, a land of grain and new wine, a land of bread and vineyards, a land of olive trees and honey, and live and not die. But do not listen to Hizkiyahu when he misleads you, saying, Yahweh shall deliver us. Has any of the mighty ones of the nations at all delivered its land from the hand of the sovereign of Ashur? Where are the mighty ones of Hamath and Arpad? Where are the mighty ones of Sepharwaim and Hena and Iwa? Did they deliver Shamaron from my hand? Who among all the mighty ones of the lands have delivered their land out of my hand, that Yahweh should deliver Jerusalem from my hand? But the people were silent and did not answer him a word, for the command of the sovereign was, Do not answer him. And Eliakim son of Hilkiah, who was over the household, and Shebna the scribe, and Joah son of Asaph, the recorder, came to Hizkiyahu with their garments torn, and they reported to him the words of the Rabshak.